Hello everyone. Let's continue to explore the beautiful National Poetry Museum in Washington, D.C., U.S. Since the Smithsonian founded in 1846, its mission has been clear: the increase and diffusing the knowledge. They want empower every people everywhere to participate in that mission in a new and innovative ways for the 21st century. Smithsonian's open access invited everyone to discover a world where you can learn, research, explore, and create in ways you couldn't before. By making the trusted collections easier to access to use, they hope to inspire people to build new knowledge and understand the world, past and present. There are a lot of famous people portraits in this gallery. Was the Mona Lisa ever at this National Gallery? Yes, the French government at the Louvre Museum lent Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa to the United States from December 1962 to March 1963. On January 8, 1963, the painting was unveiled at the National Gallery of Art, was remarked by President John F. Kennedy and agile French Minister of Culture. What is considered the most beautiful painting in the world? Yes, of course, it's Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. Admiration for its truly knows no bounds. Napoleon even removed it from the museum and ordered to hang it on his own bedroom. The painting is officially declared priceless, which is not surprising, as this masterpiece is the best art of all time. Look at the museum's history. The founding of this museum, the first portrait gallery in the United States, was Charles Wilson Peale's American Painting, also known as Peale's collection of portraits of American patriots, established in 1796. It closed after 2 years in 1859. The National Portrait Gallery in London opened, but few Americans took notice. The idea of federally owned National Portrait Gallery can be tracked back to 1886, when Robert C. Worthrow, president of Minnesota Historic Society, visited the National Portrait Gallery in London upon his return to the United States. Worthrow began precis to the establishment of a similar museum in the United States. In January 1919, the Smithsonian Institution entered into a cooperative endeavor with the American Federation of Art and American Mission to negotiate peace to create a National Art Committee. The committee's goal was to commission portraits of famous leaders from the various nations involved in World War I. In 1937, Millon donated his large collection of classic and modernist art to the United States, which leads to the foundation of the National Gallery of Art. The collection including a large number of portraits. In 1957, a proposal was made by the federal government to demolish the old patent office building. After a public outcry and an agreement to save the historic structure, Congress authorized the Smithsonian Institution to use the structures as a museum in March 1958. Shortly, the Smithsonian Art Commission asked the chancellor of the Smithsonian to appoint a committee to organize a national portrait museum and to plan for the establishment to this museum to the old patent office building. The committee was created in 1960s. The NPG's collection was slowly built over the next 5 years through donations and purchases. The museum has little money at that time. Often it located items it wanted and then asked the owner to simply donate it. The first NPG expanded. The National Collection went on display in the Art and Industry Building in 1965. The following year, the NPG completed the catalog of American portraits, the first inventory of portraits held by Smithsonian. The catalog also documents the physical characteristics of each artwork and its provenance, author date, ownership. The museum moved into the old patent office building with the National Fine Art Collection in 1966. It reopened to the public on October 7, 1968. Look at the key expertise and programs of this museum. The hallmark of the National Portrait Gallery's permanent collection is the Hall of Presidents, which contains portraits of nearly all American presidents. It is the largest and most complete collection in the world, except for the White House collection itself. The centerpiece of the Hall of Presidents is the famous Nassau portrait of George Washington. How the museum obtains presidents' image has changed over the years. Presidential portraits from 1962 to 1987 were usually obtained through purchase or donation. The museum's more notable art pieces including Abraham Lincoln glass plate cracked 1865 by Alexander Gardner. Let's go to the top roof of this gallery. It's renovated. Its name is the Great Hall and the National Portrait Gallery. Once the largest room in America, the Great Hall was originally conceived to display miniature models required of inventors when the building housed the United States Patent Office. The space also served as the first national museum, and it was here and the Declaration of Independence was publicly displayed between 1841 and 1871. The gates at Abraham Lincoln Center inaugural ball passed through the room to join the receiving line in what is now called the Lincoln Gallery. Following a disastrous fire in 1877, which severely damaged other portions of the third floor of the building, this area was redone in the American Victoria's style to which it has now been restored. The National Portrait Gallery gives visitors a chance to meet fascinating Americans from the more than 225 years of history in its halls. Through portraits and performances, the Portrait Gallery tells the story of poets and presidents, visionaries, and villains, actors, activities who speak American history. Let's talk about what's the difference between the National Portrait Gallery and the National Gallery. Now, the National Gallery and the National Portrait Gallery are two different museums. The former is dedicated to art from the Middle Age to the present day, while the latter one specializes the portraits of the famous people and historic figures. For how long does it take to go through the National Portrait Gallery? It makes most everything the gallery has to offer. Visit exhibition, enjoying a free portrait of the day, talk, dine in a restaurant, cave or cave bar, browse the shop for something special. It takes a couple hours. What is the most famous paintings at the National Gallery? The most popular painting page with the highest number of the view is Jane Van Eyck's Jewelry, like the Arnolfini portrait, followed by the Rubens, the Ambassador, and V. Vaughan's Sunflowers. Other visitors' favorites including works by Turner, Leonardo, Titian, Botticelli, Monet, many more. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.